kind of a pain in the ass, but you know, he's one of my mentors. Him and Irwin, who's not here presently, but they're the ones who really like broke me down and built me up at the mark. I started as a, what was I doing when you got there? I was on the line, right? And I wasn't very good, by the way. I thought I was, but I wasn't very good. And I was always shy away from work. I always defer the big stuff to my partner, and like Andrew saw that, and he's like, listen, you got to get it together. You know, you got to step up, and you know, when this guy's not here on vacation, what are you gonna do then? And so it happened. The guy went on vacation, and I was completely lost. And you know, like the big stuff that I've never done before. Now I had to do them, but like it took so long to do them because I've never done them before. So you know, I was always in the weeds, and he demoted me to room service cook. And you know, instead of staying in room service forever, you know, I slowly worked my way up back to being on the line again. And you know, the next 2 years I was there with Andrew and Irwin, you know, learning the best that I could from them, and worked hard to get there because it wasn't very easy, like you said. You know, they never made anything easy for us at the mark because if anything came easy, everybody would get it. You know, so if you really, really want to become a chef, you have to work hard at it and strive to be better at it every day, not just one day. One of the best advice Irwin ever gave to me is like, you know, you have to be consistent every day. You take one day of the year to be inconsistent, and everything you've worked to for that point, it all goes down the drain. Because that one day the chef saw you that you didn't come up to par, doesn't mean anything to him anymore. So, you know, strive to be consistent with what you do every day. Being on time, making sure your knives are sharpened, you know, always practicing and making sure you're doing things the right way. From the mark, I went on to, I went down to Georgia to live with my mom, and I worked at a few places down in Atlanta. That was kind of fun, but kind of boring. Southern people eat very big, so I wasn't really into that. I was into the nifty stuff, you know, like the pretty stuff on the plates and whatnot. And I came back to New York, and I worked in several places in the city. Lord Fish Bar in Soho. After that, I went to Country, which was opened by Jeffrey Zakarian, and we got 3 stars in the New York Times, 1 Michelin star. At Country, I worked under Doug Saltis for 2 years. He was my chef, executive chef at Country. He promoted me to be a sous chef at Country from me just working very hard. I started downstairs in the cafe, worked all the stations downstairs in the cafe, and he brought me upstairs to the main dining room. And when he brought me upstairs to the main dining room, you know, I started garde manger, worked from garde manger to fish, from fish to meat, from meat to entremet, which was the bigger station of, you know, everybody there, because you're responsible for everybody, you know, making sure everyone had everything. All the steps came through me, so that's kind of special. You know, the most expensive thing in the restaurant had to come through me, so that was kind of fun. And you know, you're responsible for like a lot of the stuff that, you know, everyone uses on your station. So you know, you had a very big task of maintaining everything. I don't know if you guys know Richard Owens. He's a CCAP alum as well, and he's been with me at Country since we first opened. And he started as a 15-year-old kid out of high school, still in high school, not out of, still in high school. And he worked with me on entremet, and you know, from what he started to where he's at now, he's grown. And why he's grown is because he's challenged himself to do better and work harder at it. And that's the key to success. You have to work hard. You have to work hard at it. It's not gonna come to you on a silver platter. You know, like you have to really work hard at it. So I'm not, you know, as deep in thought as Andrew is, but like in short, you know, all I gotta say is, you know, try to strive for what you want. And if you want to be a chef or you want to be a restaurant manager or restaurant owner, you have to work hard at it. And that's part of the reason why Andrew brought me back here to be the chef here. And the first couple of months, you know, we had a little rough start because, you know, hey, we had to figure things out. You know, now it was 2 spaces instead of 1. And, you know, we worked hard to the point where we were able to open that 3rd room, and things are a little bit smoother now. But, like, you know, it's really hard to run a restaurant. And if you have the right people surrounding